Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in today. I realized I haven't done a lip focused video in a while, and when you receive something like this in the mail, it gives you a little inspiration, a little direction, maybe where to go. I got this from Milani. It's called the Ultimate Lip Vault. So this was sent in PR. And inside there are actually 3 layers of product. They've got some of their bold color statement matte lipsticks in here. They've got the Keep It Full Nourishing Lip Plumpers. I think just some of these shades labeled new are inside. I absolutely love that formula. That's a brilliant product, kind of cooling, kind of plumping. It's sort of the closest thing to a buxom lip gloss, lip plumper that you're going to find in the drugstore. And then they also have these Amore Satin Matte lip creams in here too. So what I thought I might do is do kind of like a little, I don't know what we call it, lip roulette or something. It's all circular in here. And I'd pick out 5 of these, and because there's not a ton of these in here, I could just try on all of those Keep It Full Nourishing Lip Plumpers. But otherwise, gang, like with these lipsticks, I think I'm literally just gonna close my eyes and go like this, and we'll see what ones I end up picking. Sound like fun? Add a little drama to a lip try-on? I thought so. Okay, here's what's up. We're doing the Keep It Full Nourishing Lip Plumpers first, and they've got a Rosewood in here, which Rosewood is probably like my top favorite shade that I currently own. I'm not sure why they've got that labeled new, because it looks, well, it looks exactly the same. I really love that. I'll pop up a picture of me with that one on, and then I'll go ahead and I'll just try on the rest of these, just going around the circle here. So the next one is called Pink Quartz, and this looks like it has a little bit of shimmer in it. Let's pop it on and see how sheer or opaque it might be. Oh man, my lips were in rough shape with that cold. And I'm just kind of coming out of it, got them all exfoliated and balmed up before this video. Okay, here's Pink Quartz. Pretty sheer to me. When I look at these tubes and you see some shimmer in there, in my experience, the ones that have that visible shimmer tend to be a bit more sheer. So that's Pink Quartz. I'm seeing a lot of my natural lip color through that, but kind of like a milky pinky tint. The next one is called the Natural Luster, and this looks kind of like goldeny bronze, and you can see a fine shimmer in it. Let's see how sheer. Ooh, I am seeing kind of a pretty tone coming through. The doe foot applicator is a little bit bigger. Would I call this a buck foot? It's on the cusp of being like a buck foot applicator. And it carries a lot of product, so the application is really quick. I really like that color. Like, you think it's gonna be sheer to look at it in the tube, and it does have a sheerness, but a little depth still. So it still makes your lips look very finished, if you know what I mean, but that little bronzy tint really shows. So that's gonna be a great summer shade. I was so excited to try on this one though. This is Rosy Bronze, and so in comparison to the one I just put on, a little deeper, a little richer looking color, definitely some dusty rose in here. Let's see. Ooh, yes. That's pretty. Love, love. This might be right up there with Rosewood in terms of shades I love from this line. It does have that shimmer, but definitely the most opaque one I've put on so far. And I just love that tone. It's very like universally works with any look kind of shade. Love that. Okay, this next one is called Gold Dust. It's kind of like similar in tone to this one that we already put on called Natural Luster, only the sparkle is way more apparent here. So let's pop this on. It looks also in tone a little bit like one that I already have that I think is called Nude Shimmer, and I've always thought of that as my goldeny one. Yeah, I can definitely see the sparkle. I'm coming in close so you can really see, like, it's shine, but the sparkle in this one is kind of taking it to another level. I kind of like that, but it's really, you can definitely see the gold, like here in person. I can really see that gold sparkle. Not a texture thing where I'm feeling it at all, but it's much more clearly gold and shimmery than the Natural Luster is. Okay, just 2 more to pop on here of these newer shades, I guess they're calling them. This one is called Tropical Shine, so this is the most orangey coral of the bunch. Has a little shimmer. I do like the way it looks on my lips. I don't really have any complaints about like the way they all come off, but certain ones are just, I think, going to be a little more satisfying, a little more bang for your buck in terms of a different looking shade. And this, you know, that coral effect, you're going to have to really be looking for it because it's very soft and sheer. I still think that's pretty, but like for some reason Rosy Bronze, like that has stolen my heart. I don't know why I kept my makeup headband on for this, but It is kind of nice having the hair out of the face. And I brought back an old favorite mug today, my Waffle House mug. Got that in Nashville after a really fun night with my friend Kaylee. This last one in this new lineup is called Sparkling Pink. Oh, it's still got the seal on it. Well, here we go. How pink will she be? A little pink. A little more pinky than I thought, actually. I kind of like that. Like kind of fresh, subtle pink. Like you do definitely want a pink lip, but you don't want to be too out of control intense with it. I like that. I would definitely wear a lot of that shade. But the formula on these is so nice. It's kind of a little bit thick feeling gloss, super shiny as you were able to see with all those colors. And the cooling effect is really a nice sensation. It's not over the top. It's not quite as much tingle as a Buxom, but I really like that feeling when I put something on. I think it's just gonna vary in terms of how opaque certain colors are. Like one that I've got here handy that is not a new shade is called Soft Rose. And this one, you hardly see any shimmer in the tube, and it is a pretty opaque shade. And now with these more newly released shades, it kind of varies. I think you go a little bit more by depth because Rosy Bronze definitely has the shimmer, but that one shows up the most fully on my lips of these that I've tried on. Now we're gonna take the lid off this puppy, and we are gonna go to these lipsticks. So these are the Bold Color Statement Matte lipsticks. I remember when Color Statement lipsticks first came out from this brand, and I was in the hot pink room. So now we've got the Bold Mattes, and what I'm gonna do, guys, I'm gonna try on 5 of these, and I'm gonna just close my eyes. I'm gonna go like that, and then I'm gonna stop on one, and we're just gonna put it on, whatever it may be. So let's see, let's do this right here. What is this shade? I Am Motivated. Whoa, the vault started to come apart on me. This is called I Am Motivated. Okay. Nice, all right. So in the spectrum of the shades here, they make this look like a real neutral on the diagram, but it's definitely a rich red. Let's put it on. I have one of these lipsticks from this range that I've purchased. Nice scent. Kind of vanilla-ish. Remember that real distinct, would you describe it as like a cucumber almost scent of the original Color Statement? While this claims to be a matte formula, it feels super creamy going on, like just really glides on, and I can even see a little bit of shine coming from it. If you want that instant gratification matte, I mean, you could definitely give yourself a little blot with the tissue after you do this, but from what I can see, it's just a very full-colored lipstick that actually feels quite creamy going on. It says easy glide on formula, dries comfortably. Oh, is it gonna dry? Like go through some kind of dry down process? These are $6.99, by the way. The Keep It Full lip plumpers I just was trying on, those are $8.99. I'm not sure how long to wait on this, but it does not feel like it's drying down or going through any big process where that's concerned anytime soon. Like it just seems so creamy. Okay, we're gonna take that off. Now we're gonna close our eyes again. We'll see what we have here. Let's stop here. What color? I Am Worthy, this one says. Okay, this is kind of neutral, sort of caramely looking. Where does this fall in the lineup? That's the I Am Motivated that I just put on, and I Am Worthy is right here. And as you can see, we have some deep things that we could run into. This one feels more matte, a little more dry, and definitely looks more matte. What's up with that other one looking so darn creamy? I would describe this as a matte lipstick for sure. Pretty shade, nice kind of warm neutral. It's kind of nice with this matte eye that I've got going on from my Needs palette today. But there is a nice kind of creaminess as you press your lips together. It's not a matte with an absence of moisture, but you really aren't seeing the shine with this color. I already have a shade from this line that's kind of like pinky, and I feel like it was more like this one, you know, more of a traditional matte. We will choose one up here. This is I Am Victorious. Ooh, deep, 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 deep. This is number 23. Okay, is this like the darkest one in the pack? Second to darkest. Okay, we've got I Am Victorious, and then I Am Invincible might be a straight up black. This looks like a dark plum. Gonna have to watch myself with this application. This one's smelling a little different. Like a little almost fruity and going on like a true matte. This might be the kind of product that, looking back, it would apply with more precision with a lip brush, you know? It's not overly dry, but there's a hint of dryness in this formula, and it can make you feel a little less than precise getting out to the edges of your lips. But this is kind of like a grapey, deep wine type color. While it may just come off as black at a glance, like it definitely does have kind of that berry thing happening. Very fall and winter, very vampy. What do you guys think? Next one. Let's go here. This is I Am Awesome. Don't you love these affirmations on every one of them? Okay, this looks like a nude. This is the second one in the lineup. Okay, definite peachy nude here. Wasn't it funny how that one, the first one I put on, felt like such a different formula? Because these all have now felt very matte since then. Sometimes with matte peachy shades I get a little turned off because I'm just like, it looks too light or something, like it just doesn't make sense on my face. This one might have enough depth to where I'd feel comfortable like popping this on. It's definitely matte, still has that comfortable creaminess that you will feel as you mush your lips together. I wonder if I give this one a little more time to sit here, how much it will change though. A little transfer off onto a coffee cup, nothing huge, but these aren't going to go to that completely transfer-free place. But with a little wear, you can almost tell just with the few minutes I've been letting this sit here, there is a little bit of a further dry down here. Like it's not feeling quite as creamy as it was, you know, right after application between the lips. Not uncomfortable, just pointing that out. Okay, this is the last one. What will it be? What will it be? I Am Strong. Another kind of rich berry shade. Yeah, it's kind of showing up in their bold row here. How is this compared to I Am Motivated? A little bit darker, less red. Really like that shade. I kind of purposely tried to go just a little lighter, like down in here to give it a little effect, a little dimension. But that is just rich berry all the way. To me, it feels way more wearable than I Am Victorious, which was just that near black. This definitely has noticeable red and berry in it, but a fun, deeper take on that. So I think that's looking really pretty on. And does have that matte feel. Of the ones I've used, I Am Motivated felt like a super creamy lipstick, but everything else has felt matte. As far as the rest of the shade range, I mean, I felt like we had a couple neutrals and a few of the deeper shades, and in the middle they do have a brighter pink, a more pure looking red, maybe a corally shade in there as well. But we are now going to move on to the Amore Satin Matte lip creams. Do you remember in a vlog when I had picked up one of these in the shade Fancy? You might remember that because then I started singing, "Here's your one chance, Fancy, don't let me down." Sorry, my voice isn't what it needs to be for that song right now. Yeah, we're gonna test these puppies out. Are they sealed? I don't think so. But we're gonna try 5 of these on today at random, just like we did with the lipsticks. And something I do notice about these satin mattes is a definite dry down. I'm almost not sure what differentiates them so much from like just a matte liquid lipstick, because they go through that same kind of phase on your lips. But we'll try these on and see what the shades look like. I'm closing my eyes, I'm stopping here. And we have, oh, okay, now we're getting a bright color. This is the shade called Velour 05. These are another $8.99 product. Let's see what this looks like on. Smells definitely fruity, kind of like a sweet tart. You know how sweet tarts, you know, they taste tart, but they smell just kind of lightly sweet, chalky kind of smell. It's a really weird description. These are easier to apply than the matte lipsticks, because all those ones that felt like super matte, they did pull a little on the lips, you know? If you were prepped with a little lip balm first, that might have made a difference. But this is very easy to get precise and super clean lines with. That shade is stunning. Okay, this reminds me of like the kind of color I was looking for when I was recreating Jessie James Decker's watermelon red lip color. You know, it's a red here, but it definitely has some pinky berry to it. And I can already feel that dry down as I press my lips together. Maybe what makes it satin matte is that I can see a teeny sheen, like I'm not saying shimmer, but like almost a pearly sheen to the finish of this color on my lips, but yeah, it is going through that dry down. And I believe it got to the point with that fancy shade with me where, yes, I could pull some color off my lips, but it was overall feeling pretty dry. It says intense bold color with a buttery soft suede-like full matte finish. Formulated with built-in primer to fill lines and smooth lip texture. I am not seeing a lot of lip texture as I have this on, which is nice. But I feel like these products take you to like this 90% dry down, you know what I'm saying? Really pretty color. They're definitely enjoying that. Shade number 2 in here. Let's stop here. Ooh, we got a dark one. I think we got the darkest one in the mix. This is Cashmere. Okay. Yep, our deep kind of wine plummy color. Let's pop this on. Okay, with the applicator, don't know if I've mentioned that, but it's kind of flat. It makes it super easy to get out to the edge of your lips. This shade, though, I feel is kind of patchy. Great in terms of getting to the edge of the lips and getting a clean line, but within the lips, it seems like some places are a little more sheer than others. So it's kind of like, what would you do? Would you get the lipstick form that maybe skips a bit across the lips, but can apply more evenly? Or this, where you get the clean edge? In this instance, I might go more for the lipstick and just really prep my lips with a little bit of a balm and maybe even a lip liner, because I'm really not coming away thrilled with how that looks on the lips. Alrighty, 3 more to go here, gang. We will go right over here. Ooh, we got a nice nude called Luxe. This is shade 2. This is the second shade listed in my lineup, and it would appear to be sort of a cooler nude. It's sitting right beside a shade that might be a bit lighter and more caramely warm looking. I'm glad that in these random try-ons we've gotten to see a little bit of the range, because you can see how a light shade performs and how some of the deeper ones go on. Starting to lose my Cupid's bow a little bit in all these try-ons. There we go. There's that shade. Not really used to seeing a lot of cool nude on myself. I'm seeing if it, as it dries down, if it's getting any darker. You can really tell with light shades if they change. And I feel like it might be developing just a little bit. It's the kind of thing where, yes, it can look pretty and trendy, but sometimes I've started my day in shades like this, and then I look at myself like down in the natural light or in a mirror, and I'm like, this just looks kind of dead on my lips. You know, it's not a real life-giving type of shade. But this is walking that line, because I look up close and I'm like, yeah, but it's got enough like kind of mauve-y pink in it to maybe work for me. What do you guys think? How do you like it? I think it's dried down just a hint deeper than the way it looked as it was first going on. 2 more shades to go, my friends, and what will it be? Ooh, we got a red, we got a bright red. This is the shade called Satin. This looks like kind of an orangey red in comparison to that one right next to it. Elegant looks like more of a pure red. Velvet on this side is kind of a terracotta, but this is the definite orange warm red. Some of these have seals, some don't. I'm not really worried since it was a PR package, but it's kind of strange. All right, bring it on. That is so pretty. I am so glad this shade went on so opaque and so even, like 100% even. That deepest color, the one called Cashmere, really looked patchy. This and the other shades as well have looked so nice and even. Really love this tone. I think it's a fun kind of brighter summery red. It reminds me a lot of like Besame's Red Hot Red type shade. And I'm trying to think as I'm putting this on, like, what is my favorite liquid lipstick formula from the drugstore. I really like the Maybelline Matte Ink, even though as a whole I think my overarching preference is toward a more buttery, smooth, creamy feeling lip color. Those are really amazing because if you're gonna go there, if you're gonna go for matte lips and dry down, those last like the entire day. You end up removing them at the end of the day, so they're really good in that sense. For matte liquid lipstick comfort-wise though, I mean, Bare Minerals Gen Nude is great. Julep has a great formula. Oh, gosh, I feel like I'm forgetting some. I actually don't mind the Physicians Formula Healthy Lip too much. CoverGirl Outlast, I mean, that is going to give you that nice balmy step that feels so creamy on top, but gosh, this color, this is dynamite. And it is nice to have a shade that is so bright, so intense, in a color that you're not really worried about smearing around. So I would feel comfortable wearing that for like a special occasion or a situation where I wouldn't be able to touch my lips up much. We are landing on a really good range here with these because we got a dark shade, kind of a berry red, a nude, this red. The last shade will probably be what I wear the rest of the day though, so this is an important one. I'm actually gonna do a little trick at this point to kind of help revamp my lip line a little. Take a little powder, this is just MAC Next to Nothing, and kind of go around the lips to account for sort of the smudging that has happened as I've taken off some of these lip colors. What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? Right here, ooh, Revel. Kind of a fun berry type color. I can really see the purple in this berry shade. Let's see how dark it is going on. Pretty rich. Pretty shade. To me, this seems to have applied more evenly than, again, that deepest color that we used, which was called Cashmere. These don't look too far off from one another. This looks deeper and more reddish. This looks a little bit lighter and more purple in it, but it applied with much more evenness and more consistency across the entire lips, but that still comes off as a really, really dark shade. I don't know, maybe I won't wear that all day. It's pretty though. You just kind of got to be looking up really close to hone in on the fact that it's got some berry in there. So friends, we just did 5 of the Amore Satin Matte lip creams. We did 5 of the Color Statement matte lipsticks, and we tried on all but just that one shade that I was already familiar with of the Keep It Full Nourishing Lip Plumpers. Of all 3 formulas, when you throw this gloss into the mix, it's kind of apples and oranges, but I love that gloss. Like, that to me is the most outstanding thing that they're doing. A lot of brands are doing matte products, but to have something that is kind of that plumper feel, that really smoothing out the lips feel, certain shades that just make me giddy, the cooling sensation, the nice thickness on the lips that really makes them feel nourished, that's an exceptional product. As far as the matte lipstick versus the satin matte lip creams, the satin matte lip creams certainly give you a little more precision in application because you do have that applicator, but I think you could get as much precision as you really want with the lipsticks if you're willing to apply them with a lip brush, and maybe if you're willing to prep your lips with a little bit of balm first. I think everything would glide on more easily. It was odd how the one shade was a definite straight up cream and the others felt much more matte, but I think it's easier to just grab for one of the lipsticks in one of the more nude or neutral shades because it was just, I wasn't watching the application quite so close. It just felt easier, but then you get one of the really deep shades and it's like, oh my gosh, am I getting an even edge out to the very edge of my lips? It's just a little more tricky to apply in that sense. Color-wise, from the lipsticks I put on, I felt really most struck by the shade I Am Worthy. I kind of go for that caramely nude, and of the Amore Satin Mattes, this warm red was just stunning, I thought. And then the Rosy Bronze from the Keep It Full was really, really beautiful too. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'd love to hear your opinions on these different lip products from Milani if you've tried them, because they really have been on the market and available for a while. I'm kind of liking this shade. This is a pretty one here. Kind of reminds me of like MAC Revel, but a little deeper. I appreciate your time, guys. Thank you so much, and I will see you again soon. Bye.